What would you like?
How are things, Master Scribe?
What would you like to hear? I don't spread gossip. I only write it down.
Well, Troskowitz isn't exactly a small village. People are probably doing well here, eh?
And why shouldn't they be? The war has avoided our region so far. I think we can especially thank our lord, Sir Otto von Burgau, for that.
And what's your lord like?
Von Burgau? My goodness, he knows how to keep order, just like his Chamberlain Ulrich. Though, sometimes it's not so easy with him.
Who's this Chamberlain Ulrich?
Ulrich von Schaumburg manages the estate of Sir Otto von Burgau. You see, as the royal chamberlain, Sir Otto spends most of his time in Prague. So Ulrich is actually something like the unofficial local ruler.
Are you from here?
No, I'm not. I come from nearby Yitchin.
So what are you doing here?
The plague and a spell of bad luck are behind it. The plague took most of my relatives to their maker, and I didn't want to return home after my studies. Bailiff Thrush offered me a good position here, so why shouldn't I accept it?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Are you saying I don't look like a knight to you?
Well, actually... apologies, sir. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. You know, I spend all my time poring over books. So, that legend. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him. So he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called Noh came to the island to hunt, and so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup, so it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armour come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenjek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armour of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, and died on his way back to his king, specifically while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armour back, but Lord Chenjek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenjek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armour to the king.
Chenjek was broke. How come?
Because of building his castle. Trusky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for a nobleman. Even the king had difficulty paying for such a castle.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armour, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armour. Lord Chenjek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armour here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armour?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenjek, who they say hid the armour, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the hall of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone. Behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armour gleaming still.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Bloody hell. I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armour, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armour, but this is certainly true, because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it, as a keepsake. And now go.
Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not too bad. It'd be better if it wasn't raining, though.
Greetings. Do you need some?
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat.
Well, I said I'm sorry.
But the Cumans are still stinking up the place. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you, because this reeks of hell.
I'd like to ask you about that hermit in Apollonia.
Go on then.
What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia along the path below the rocks till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
What's the latest news?
Nothing much, and I hope it's...
I'll be with you, sir.
I'd like to ask you about something.
No! I don't want to talk about it anymore! Go away, please!
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fellow killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle.
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret.
Always welcome.
Wie geht's?
What happened to the hermit from Apollonia?
He's been acting strange the last few days. Don't bother going there.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
Aye, true. A few people saw it in that hut of his, but that was a long time ago.
What do you know about this diabolical apparition?
Christ have mercy. I want nothing to do with that. Let's make this do.
I heard that Stanislav saw an apparition at the rocks. Is that true?
Aye, there's been strange goings-on there last few days.
I hear another apparition was seen by the cross a few days ago.
Well, the cross was askew, aye? But you'll have to ask Gil.
What do you have? like to do something.
Well. Hey. Danke, das war ein gutes Geschäft.
Ka! Ka! Quick! Whoa! What's the latest?
Nothing much, and I hope.
Go! Go! Ka! Ka! Quick! Just a bit further. The conciliatory cross. A memorial to the unfortunate death of that young man. But I'm more interested in what secrets it conceals now. Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after. Go! Whoa! 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 Oh!
Ka! Quick! Quick! Go! Come on!
Whoa!
Ka! Quick!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Quick! Go! Ka!
Whoa! Whoa! Fresh soil. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
God!
Whoa, whoa!
Only a blind man can't see. Got rid of all the murderers.
Hey, what? Untie me, please.
Wait for a little while longer.
Peras quieres. Doomsday. See, Yar. Let's get out of here. Follow me. Amaro, that was something. That was something. The last time I ran that fast was when I was a kid and a villager set his ricone on me for stealing apples from his garden. Palikeraf, thank you, Amalo. Who are you anyway? Now we have finally got time for introductions.
I'm Henry. The Voivod sent me to rescue you.
So, you know I am Tibor then? I am in your debt, Amalo. I expect many things, but not getting rescued by a gajo.
Don't mention it. I talked to the Voivod and your ma. They want to bury your brother.
Alas, Geza. I will have that picture before my eyes as long as I shall live. He was a Delino sometimes, but I loved him still. We were walking through the woods when they jump us. Geza think they come to avenge Bohush. He stepped one of them and the rest of them beat him to death with whatever is at hand.
I need to know where it happened, so I can bring him back.
A bit to the east of the village, in the woods by the woodcutter's camp. Then they dragged Miropral away and tied him to a tree. As a warning they say, fucking warsons.
Do you know where his favorite place is?
Yes, we went there together often. There is a shukar view of the woods and a cliff above babbling stream. Just go west along the rocks from the woodcutters, about 200 paces. Always along the edge. There is a nice clearing there. I will go ahead and wait for you. I will dig a hole while I wait.
I think I know what I need to.
I will meet you in the clearing. I will wait there until you bring Geza's body. Farewell, my friend.
I know where Marika is. I talked to her. She's taking care of Bahush. Geza messed him up badly.
I am sorry to hear that. The important thing is that nothing happened to Marika. That girl is more capable than many Mursha. Midel odel tu Kelachirat.
That'll be Gazer. They really gave him a going over.
That'll do.
I'm sure we can sort this out.
You've no business here. Were you trying to steal from us or what? Pay up, or I'll call the guard.
I admit I was not on my best behavior. I swear on my honor that it won't happen again.
All right. No doubt it'll come in handy one day to be in your good books. So run along.
That'll be Gazer. They really gave him a going over. Ugh! You're as heavy as a sack of rocks.
What do you want? Eh? Tivola! The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I've come for Gazer, the son of the nomad's voivod. Or rather, for his body.
The devil himself made him cross our path. Pulled his knife on us right away, the bastard. He wanted to stab us all. Though, he got an axe to the head. The foreman said we should tie the body to a tree, so's them other vagabonds see they can't mess with us.
All right. I think I'll have a word with your foreman.
See you soon, my friend.
Greetings, my friend.
How's the forest work going?
It's misery. The trees in the rocks are as twisted as a pig's tail. There's bugger all coin in felling them.
Why are you felling here, exactly?
Before, we was cutting hard timber for the building works in Trotsky. But since the job's been done, we only cut for Lord Semine. He gets a bit of coin in the town for it, but I say them local pine trees is miserable wood for building.
You've got the body of a dead nomad here.
Makes for a nice tree decoration, don't you think? No tears shed over that bugger. He started it.
Why did you tie him to the tree? He's not running away now.
We left him there for the crows. That scum don't deserve a burial.
What exactly happened here?
Nothing special. We ran into these two fellas out here in the woods, and one of them pulled a knife on us right off. We're lucky none of us ended up gutted, although he managed to cut up one of ours pretty bad before we took him down. We caught the other fella. The folks from Semine took him. They said them two had already stabbed someone there, too.
I'd like to bury him.
What? Forget it. Them heathens from down by the pond sent you, am I right?
Don't you know that when one of those people dies a violent death, his spirit always comes back to roam the countryside? You wouldn't want this place to be haunted, would you, friend?
Haunted, eh?
And his mother is a mighty witch. I wouldn't mess with her if I was you.
Shit, that didn't occur to me. We certainly don't want anything like that here. Take him as far away from here as you can.
Kurva! You won't come here making trouble.
Now hold on. I'll pay you. There's no need to drag anyone else into this.
At least you have some coin, if not a decent upbringing. Let's go! Off with ya!
What? Oh, it's just you, eh? Uh-huh.
Blessings to you.
Ugh! You're as heavy as a sack of rocks. Damn, you're no lightweight. We'll be there soon. Don't worry, you'll be at peace now. This isn't how you imagined things would end for you, is it?
Bravo. Put him down here, Henry.
Here I am. Poor Gazer almost broke my back.
Thank you for your help, Henry. I hope the woodcutters did not cause too much trouble.
Well, I managed.
I am glad to hear. Anyway, my family is not here yet. Edai must come to Vartinel.
Should I go to the camp to get her and the voivod?
No, I will go and get them myself. You have done more than enough for us already. And I have to bring something from camp. We must bury him with his favorite possession. That is the only way he will remain in the next world and not want to return. You stay here with him and wait until I come back with the others.
Aye, Henry. Thank you for saving Tibor. And that we can bury Purgheza properly now.
Palikerauter Nogajo, you who will finally unite our familia. Now come with us to escort Geza on his last journey. Devla amaro, so sal pro opiren, pošvestim pestironau, autiro tagaripen, meelauka sartukames, pro pripen aukate prepuf. Omaro amaro de amen adagives, od mugamenge amare bini, sarte amen od mukazolenge, so amenge musarte. Umalidia amen, androbini. Tirohin od Hagaripen, Tozor, Toash Dupinen, Andresa Bershkai Avena.
Amen.
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 Outliving your chave is a terrible thing. It is even worse when you cannot bury them.
Thank you, Henry. We will never forget this. If someone touches you, I whip them like a cur.
Thank you, voivod. I'm glad we could give your son a decent burial.
From now on, I consider you my Gajo Pral. Brother, if you ever need anything, come to me. I will share all I know with you, and if you ever need a place to stay at our camp, I am sure Geza would not mind you sleeping in his place.
And I will keep my word and tell you how things are with the amulet. But let us now give Geza some peace. Come to our camp. We talk. Henry, the thing is, I cannot give you the amulet.
Not even now? After I did everything you asked from me?
Ashta, hold on. It is Chuhajuno, and its power protects me. And Marika knows well that I'm trapped without it.
What do you mean, trapped? What kind of game is this?
This is no game, Gajo. Marika stole the letter from me.
What letter?
One from Emperor Sigismund himself. Before you start cursing the ginger folks, you should know he was good Hungarian king before he came to fuck with Bohemia. Back then, he defended Hungary from the Turks, and I fought with him. We had a whole company of Roma warriors, armed to teeth. I lead them. For our help, Sigismund gave us letter of safe conduct that give us freedom to travel and protection from the law.
So you're not subject to any lord?
Just so. He give us freedom to travel the world and judge our own people by our own laws. With the letter, we are free people. Without, we are like beasts to be hunted. They can put us in pillory, drive us out of town. Anyone can do what they like to us.
I can see where this is going.
That piece of parchment make us people. Without it, we are nothing. The rest of the camp doesn't know yet, and they must not find out.
But what's that got to do with Marika?
It seems, when she ran off, she take letter with her as a guarantee, or to blackmail me when she needs something. But by taking letter, she put us all in danger, me and all camp. And if I give up amulet too, it is my end. Bring me back letter from Marika. When I have it, and amulet here in my hands, I will forgive her. She can come back then.
G'day, g'day.
Hi, John.
Marika needs the Voivod's amulet, but he's having none of it.
No wonder he can be stubborn, Sarobank. But what if you make a wager? When there is a bet, he take big risks.
That's not a bad idea. I'll try that. Tell me something about your family.
That is the Voivod, the finest example of honor and tradition. A mother can do magic and divination, and Marika, she always felt trapped by our camp. She is more like you. She wants to settle down, start a family, and not travel ever again. I say, let her do what she wants, but tell that to father. And Geza, my brother, he was the opposite of Marika. A hothead who would take everything seriously and pull a dagger on anyone who poked fun at him. Chororo.
Haven't you ever thought about trying to live like other people? Settle down and that?
No way! We're free people, not anybody's serfs or subjects. If we're not treated well somewhere, we simply go somewhere else.
What can you tell me about your camp?
It is my home, wherever it happens to be. Although, I rather spend my time in the woods than sitting by the campfire.
You said you'd share your skills with me.
Indeed, it is. The forest is my second home, so if you want to get apart from shooting from a bow, I have also dealt a few blows in my life, and taken a few. So, I know about fighting from both sides.
Sounds good. I'll be glad if you'd share your knowledge with me.
And what do you fancy the most?
Maybe I could use some tips on...
Watch out. As I said, it is also about getting used to taking blows and being able to deal with it. So, pay attention.
Help!
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
It's the same everywhere. That's why we travel. But it's even worse here, because Marika, the Voivod's daughter, got mixed up with that village boy. It didn't exactly go well. On either side. God be with you, sir.
last night.
You should go to see Aranka. Why?
Guten Tag.
Servus, Sartukeджал.
Why did you quarrel with the
The voivod had an argument with them because of his daughter Marika. Once the voivod gets, though in the end, it was the voivod's children who... I'm curious to see what happened.
Show me your... Word about the price.
Oof.
Do you accept?
That's quite a sum.
All right.
Sarsao.
How can I help you today?
What do you... Word about the...
Well,
How's this?
that's quite... Aye. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Ah, Sarjives go.
I'll have a look. A word about the... No.
We are getting... Aye. Happy to be of service.
Aves Sorodes.
I'd love to hear some... I'd like to improve...
Steady so.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Aves Baktalo more.
I'd love to hear... Teach me...
If you so.
I just
About what the bailiff is planning.
No, I don't care for gossip.
Nor do I, but this.
Tell me something about...
It give you no rest, huh? I get it in my cradle already as newborn baby. They say from the fates themselves. And since that time, I always carry it. It is chugahuno, magical. And I tell you, I never have in my life cause to doubt it. As long as I have magical amulet on me, nothing can happen to me. You and Marika are not the first or last ones who would like to have it. But I will not give it up. Shasha!
Do you live by your own...
It depends how you look at it. We have our laws of family and traditions, but we also honor law of God and laws of places where we stop on our travels. As voivod, I judge my people by our laws. But believe me, they are not so different from yours. Crime must be punished, and promise must be kept. And he who lose honor, lose everything.
I'd like to know about Marika.
She my only child. But she be more like me than my two sons put together. If she be boy, she become voivod after me.
Women can't be leaders of the camp.
You think you're clever, Gajon, huh? So, how many women, bailiff, queen, or captain you name, huh? We are who we are. And this, our tradition.
What can you tell me about Tibor?
One day he be voivod. He's sly like fox. He can talk his way out of anything. He's still young and not so much interested in politics and trade, but when he is older, he make name for himself.
What was Geza?
Geza, my poor son. What a loss. He have hot blood in veins. He easy to work off, but it was same when he lose temper and want to fight. Then even I stand aside, because he see red before his eyes and not even know his father. But we not speak bad about that. Nitut avel bacht, tesa stipen.
Voivod, what if we made a wager for the amulet?
Dilinigaji, what are you trying? I thought you were on my side.
Are you afraid of losing? The letter against the amulet. An honest wager with honest intentions.
Honest, huh? You want me to end up without shirt?
All right, so how about this? If I win, we trade the amulet for the letter. And if I lose...
The letter will be mine.
But if you lose, you'll give the amulet to Marika yourself. She insisted.
Huh? She want to see her dad on his knees, huh? But that will never happen. Now, Listen here to Tignomiro de Gessis. All right then. Just so you know, I'm not afraid. And no precarantos can without voivod. Let us wager. But first you must show me the letter. And I will decide what the wager will be. So there is no trickery. It will be you against my best man. As you can see, I'm not young anymore and I would have disadvantage. Take it or leave it.
All right. I'll get the letter.
Budbacht, Cesa Stipen.
Sartuke Jal.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What? Mutt, come here. Good boy, good boy. Get it.
You little flea-ridden furball. Where have you been? What's that? Those wolves have turned you wild. I'm glad nothing happened to you. I was worried about you. Seriously, there wasn't a moment I didn't think about you. Come here, you cute little monster. So, tell me, did you like it over there? Did you meet a pretty she-wolf over there? I'm just playing around. But did you miss me at least? What? You didn't? Did you forget about me? Ah! So you're just kidding me, eh? Do you want to go back there? Or are you going to stay with me? I'm glad to hear that. So, we'll get down to work then, eh? There are a lot of things we must do. I think that's enough. It's great to see each other again, but it's time to go. I agree. Said like a true knight.